Welcome back, everyone. Today we are talking about don't wait, start now. This is really a great topic to talk on and take on because a lot of time imagine yourself really wanting to do something, but you always want to waiting for the perfect moment to start. You keep on waiting and waiting before you get the opportunity to actually do the thing. And eventually, what's going to happen is that you end up either doing the thing and it happens so late, not turning out the result what you wanted, and realizing it's too late to go back. Because once you start something, there's no going back a lot of time. Imagine yourself starting off a business in your late 40. How will you think you could recover from any failure that occur? Think about it. And that's why I say start now, don't wait. Try to start off as young as possible. That's the way how it work now. You got kid nowadays, teenager on the internet, online world, making money at the age of 13. If you go back into the day, age of 13, no one have even talked about business. Kid is still all about having fun playing around, but now today world is different. If you want to be on the top, you want to be that top 1%, you got to start early. You have to make a difference. Like I mentioned before, timing. A lot of time, we have to lose sight of the time. But at the same time, you got to keep it in mind. Time is going to be your biggest asset. But the way how you utilize this asset, it's all about how you utilize your time, maximizing your time, like how I mentioned previously before in different video, how to use AI and leverage yourself. Watch YouTube and leverage yourself with timing. A lot of time we are not putting time as a high value. Like this is something we should care. But as I mentioned before, if you don't want to live a 9 to 5 life, you're gonna have to lose concept of time. When others are breaking, you probably gotta still be working. When others partying, you probably gotta be working. When others is like taking the longest nap or break or sleep, time to lack off, you gotta be working. You gotta be on the hustle. You gotta be self-motivated. If you wanna be an entrepreneur, you gotta lose concept of time, but have time in mind that is important. Right here, I got a diagram for you guys to see. Like I said, you have a certain amount of time. Everyone is working essentially trying to go to the finish line. It's like a race, but a lot of time, don't take it like a race. A lot of things we do is a marathon. It's all about the long run. But in a marathon, it's better if you could start off earlier, right? If you could start off ahead of people. Even though it's a marathon, you still want a head start. So I had a line right here where it represents your career time. You have all these time in the front where it's your childhood, having fun, everything. But by the time you get to a certain age when you want to start making money, you better be awake. You better be ready to get on a go. Better be on that working mode 24/7. So here is how a regular person would normally start off with. You both start off in the same start. However, you can make a difference by spending more time in your earlier age, studying, reading book, adding more value rather than having those party and having fun, going hang out with friends. Like I want those life too, but just not right now. And I really like the quote that I heard online for a lot of time. It go like this: 10 years of pain for 60 years of freedom, or 10 years of freedom for 60 years of pain. You let me know what you think. It's really about starting early, putting on the grind all at once in the early game, and you enjoy it later. And that's why a lot of time people who are more successful, they started off young. The reason they're successful in their earlier age and they seem like they're successful because they started off early. And don't get me wrong, it's never too late to start either. Don't be worried just because I am like, if someone that is saying I'm 40, but I can't start a business, but trust me, you have the time still. It's never too late to start. You could be here in your career and then where to start. There's people out there running business in their late 60, 50, or even beyond. If you look at some sample, you got KFC, McDonald's, Walmart. Think how those companies are formed. It was never too late. But it's unfortunate that they did not start it early enough, right? If they started earlier, their life would have been so much more enjoyment, right? At the end of the day, it's all about leading to the finish line where you have enjoyment. And a lot of time, we most likely typically spend the same time on the timeline. But however, when you get that head start, when you start up early, adding value, learning value, reading book early, getting educated early on, learning different stuff like financial education, learning about taxes, learning about what you're actually interested in, pursuing in your career, spending more time. If you like AI, if you like computer science, if you like to be a doctor, you could always start up early by adding on more experience, more knowledge, and more value. Meet more people. And by the time when you step into your career stage, you will already have a head start. By the time you finish, someone else might be still working towards it. But with the head start, you have a more enjoyment at the end of the day. Think about this at the same length, even though it's a little bit off. But you will have way more enjoyment if you get to start off earlier. And trust me, getting a head start is more than what you could just see. The value of getting head start is being better than someone at your same age as well. For example, there's people out there making millions of dollars at age of 18, where they had been educating themselves, reading books since probably 13 or so. And time is really limited because you never know what could happen next. So you have to take advantage and start now. Don't wait for it. If you keep waiting, that perfect moment won't exist. You can't keep waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting until everything is settled, then you go start it. Then by the time the society would have changed, what you done would have probably already out today. Think about it. You got Apple phone, iPhone, iPad, iMac. Did you think Steve Jobs was waiting for the perfect moment for it to exist? If he would have waited for that perfect moment or that perfect product to be developed, he would have never developed the first iPhone ever. And I believe it's not even an iPhone, it was an iPod, which I'm not sure. But you can't keep waiting for that perfect moment. You just have to start now and put it into action. The only way you grow, the only way you learn is by starting. It's by making moves, by taking action. Nothing is gained when you're not taking any action. That's why I really like this phrase here. Slow motion, better than no motion. It's just like slow action, better than no action. You might be moving slowly. People might be laughing at you like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Well, if you want to be different, you can't live a normal life like how everyone else does. If you want to escape the 9 to 5, if you want more enjoy, more freedom, then you have to work harder. When others are on holiday, if you go on holiday as well, what makes the difference between you and the people that normally go on work 9 to 5 and taking the holiday? And don't get me wrong, I'm not like disrespecting 9 to 5 or anything. I'm respect that. If you have the high knowledge and education and you could do 9 to 5, go ahead and pursue that career. Do what you actually like. Go do it. Go chase your dream. A lot of time it's not about escaping 9 to 5 or the matrix whatsoever, like a lot of people say in the online world. It's all about doing stuff you like and what you really find enjoy in it. And in today's world, a lot of people seeing things wrong, how they automatically assume a 9 to 5 is bad. But like I'm saying, if you could pursue a high paying income job, a 9 to 5, it doesn't sound bad. You just work paycheck to paycheck in a certain time. But I know some of you out there have destiny. Some of you out there have journey to go through. You have your mission. You want to make a difference. You want to make a change in the world. Then you have to start off early. You have to be different. You can't be like how everyone else is. How you think you could be on the top of the world by doing what everyone do every single day and making nothing special or different or anything that is outstanding. As we go on, we have relationship. A lot of times starting off early, it's better for you to gain your network opportunity and going out there, build your network and relationship. And relationship comes in real important once you get into that career zone. And for a lot of high schooler out there, you might not see relationship as important, but I could tell you there's different relationship in different way. When I mean don't wait, start now, think about when you go out and date a girl. You think you could find that one girl, it will just be so perfect to be your final wife? I mean, it could happen, but the chance is rare, right? So you have to go out there and keep looking, right? You have to keep making move. You can't just constantly wait. What does waiting gonna do? What does waiting gonna bring? If you're gonna say, I don't want to date anyone yet, I want to wait till my marriage age. By the time you get to your marriage age, you're gonna be having trouble. You're gonna be having trouble, my man. Like if you don't start, if you don't take action, if you don't go out there getting some experience, learn how to talk to people, how to socialize, how to take them on a date, how to set up certain things, it's gonna be a nightmare by the time you get to your late 20 or 30. I mean, I have not been in the stage yet, but I could tell you for a fact, when you don't have any dating experience, you go out with a girl, that's how you make a lot of red flag. Mark my point there. And from my personal experience, it's real bad. And which why I wish I knew that I could start off earlier. At least get some knowledge, get a sense of it. Like it's so bad that sometimes our relationship get destroyed because we have lack of experience. We never been through anything. We don't know how things supposed to go or how it's supposed to work. Like there's a lot of time in relationship, there's curve where you go like this in the beginning and it's real good. You get into that talking stage, but all of a sudden you get to start to die down. That's where a lot of people end up because they don't have enough experience. That's how a relationship is. You can't expect a relationship to be fun 24/7, right? Like you gotta slowly move from having fun and slowly getting back to your real normal life and being mature. And which I mean by don't wait, start now. Go ahead and go out there and make some experience. Go experience the world. If you want to go travel, go travel. Don't make yourself giving excuse for yourself. I know you might have a job, you have family to feed, but that's why I'm saying here, start now. Start off early. Get those things done. Knock it out. Like, do it before you have mortgage to pay. Do it before you have family to feed. Do it while you have the freedom of enjoyment. If you want to go travel, ask your parent, how could we travel together as a family, as a whole? Is there anything I could do to help the family? Maybe help you do some chore so I save up some time for you to get some extra income in. Maybe go down to do some Uber. Maybe I go do some yard sale, whatsoever. Try my best to achieve my goal. A lot of time we find an excuse for ourselves. Like if you really want something, go ahead and pursue it. Don't find an excuse. Excuse ain't gonna get you anywhere. But the quit enjoyment at the moment. And like we mentioned before, 10 years of enjoyment, 60 years of pain. 10 years of pain, 60 years of enjoyment. So don't wait and start now. Next, I got some perfect example here with your goal and like I mentioned before. Starting off, I believe a lot of you have seen this chart before right here. It's kind of like a tree diagram where you have a goal and you slowly break it down to different things that you want to pursue your career in. For example, I'm in real estate. My goal is to make $1 million. So how would I need to do to reach $1 million? First, I need lead generation. I need to find client, a customer that I could help and serve the transaction and help them know the better understanding of the market. Next, if I want that $1 million, I would also need to promote my own brand, right? If no one knows me, how would I get some transaction going, right? So I would have to promote myself, which is own brand, I'll say here. Then you break it down from here and you go from there. How is it possible for me to generate some lead generation? How would I find client? Well, there's a lot of ways. Social media, or even go cold calling or knock on door. And way beyond, like for example, own brand, what can I do? Post social media, promote myself, generate more brand value, right? There's a lot of small things you could do that you break it down a lot of time. A lot of time we just see the goal all the way on the top, and which is why we struggle to start because it seems so far away. It's not even reachable. You gotta have a goal that is stretch goal and a goal that is reachable. For example, if I want $1 million, I should have a smaller goal where I'm looking forward to make like 10 sales per year or whatsoever. Something that could help me feel like I'm achieving something and slowly getting there. And next, you got a lot of people that don't know how to break things down and always having struggle, having your trouble achieving that goal and losing the motivation throughout the process because it's so far away. You're doing so much work and you realize you're not even near the goal. So try to have your goal in mind and break them down and start from the small thing. I could give you a perfect example right here. You got a basketball player that want to be a basketball coach, but you know your level isn't as high. You're not at like an elite level, but you could teach the basic. Well, go ahead and start off being a coach if you really want to do that. If you want to be a basketball coach, no one's telling you to coach an NBA team right away, right? That could be your final essential goal. But start off with the basic and the smaller stuff. For example, you could start off by coaching maybe a kindergartner team, maybe someone that is new to basketball, beginning level. You start off by coaching them in the basic fundamental stuff. No one telling you to be the best right away. No one become the best ever right away. It's all about taking the failure, all about taking this every step they take. Elon Musk don't become the richest man in the world just by simply launching a couple rockets, selling some Tesla car. It took him a lot of time in his career in the early stage for him to study and put in his time and effort. He's want to make the change for the world. He want to make changes for human, right? So he have to be different. I once heard of him saying he works 60 hours a week or 70 hours or so, which is complete insane. But if he's enjoy doing that, I complete support and agree with him. Like if he want to make changes, it's okay he put in that much time. But we're not all the same, right? We're all different. We all live in our own time zone. We all want to do things we like. Well, sometimes you could cut up and select which are the things you really want to do and what are the things that you need to do. You got to know that wants and need, the difference in between. A lot of time, like how you go on grocery and shopping, you got to know your want and your need to able to make that money work out the best way as it can. That's how you save some money, right? And if you know, you know. Next, we also got relationship, never too late to start. You got Mr. Beast. Perfect example, someone that actually don't wait and actually start off. He want to be that top YouTuber, right? He's only 22, already making billions of dollars. And his value is worth over billions of billion. Like a single video he posts could generate him millions of dollars. That's a lot of money, but it also took a lot of hard work and effort for him. He once said, Mr. Beast once said, he did not gain any view until his 100th video. Think about how much time he put in this right here. And which is why I left it empty for a reason. Because a lot of time in your early stage work, no one's going to recognize it. Everyone think you're weird around until you have something. That's why there's always something like this. When you're in the early start, no one's around you. But once you make it, everyone starts to crowd it around you, like how you do it. How did that happen all of a sudden? They're going to think you're so lucky. Oh, your parent helped you so much. Oh, you got that lucky chance. You got that lucky time. But it's all about the effort you put in that no one sees. It's always going to be in the dark. And don't worry. You don't have to be recognized with your effort that you put in. Sometimes just work in silence. Work in the dark. Not everyone got to know what you do or how you're going to make it. You could document it on YouTube like Ayman Ghazi does. He documented him starting from nothing all the way to making $1 million at the age of 18. A lot of time people may disrespect him or whatsoever. I mean, everyone have their own opinion. But at the end of the day, it's all about you. He make the money, he make the money. That's his. And he put in the work, that's what he got. And like he mentioned before, the more money you get, the more responsibility you got. So if you don't start off early, how will you learn from those failures? You can't fail and start off at the age of like 50 or so. Like, it's going to be harder. It doesn't mean you can. but it's going to be way harder compared to you starting off young as well. And I might as well suggest you to go check out the other video I made, Risk While Young. That's the really good one. You should really check it out and learn really why we risk it while we're on a younger age and why it will benefit you so much more than what you have known right now. And above all, don't wait, start now, heavily connected to never too late. This is a deep one right here. I'm really glad that I was able to jump in the day trade time, the day trade, invest in the stock market. My parent, my family, no one had any experience in the trading world or any investment. I was the first gen to college, first one to actually jump in trading world, first one to become a real estate agent in my family. I'm like the first one to do everything new because I was willing to risk while young, and plus I have the opportunity, which I appreciate my parents from bottom of my heart. They provide me these opportunities by sacrificing their youth life. They created the family for me with a better environment by working so hard every single day. I watch them wake up, go to that. They don't even go 9 to 5. They wake up at 6. They go out at 7. They don't come home until like 5 p.m. in the afternoon. That's how tough they are. And to just to create an environment for me to learn, for me to accelerate my learning, I really glad that I was able to risk it all while I am young. If I did not jump in day trading while I was in like age of 16 or so ish, like I was paper trading legally, not a financial advisor or anything, but starting off early gave me a head start and made me complete different than everyone else. Everyone around me was talking about how much money they could make from this Starbucks job, this In-N-Out job, whatsoever, this McDonald's job. I'm out there trading. I'm using money to make money. I was like, man, this is so fast and cool. But I slowly realized I need to educate myself as well. I can't just be out there trading every day. I need to gain some knowledge and some experience. But the trading process helped me gain the experience. So by the time when I legally turned 18, I could dump in my own money and start getting in a day trading life. And don't get me wrong, trading takes a lot of time to build up because you need a lot of experience. If you don't experience nothing, you're gonna fail hard. That's why it's slow motion better than no motion. If you're standing still, you're just never gonna ever trade any money. Then compared to me, I'm willing to lose some money and actually learn some knowledge and gain some sense of experience. So the next time I trade, I will have that sense of experience and knowledge, so I know how to avoid bigger mistake. Some people, they never traded before. Okay, they hold on to it. They wait until they get like what? They save up like $100,000. Okay, they first invest, then boom, complete blow out that account. Next what you know, they go in debt. Even worse. But compare, I might be at a younger age. I might be starting off with like $100, but I lose it all. Okay, it's fine whatsoever. It's only $100, right? But I gain so much more experience throughout that process. In a shorter amount of time, in a younger age, while I have someone on my back supporting me like my parent, why not go risk it? Why you want to wait until the time where you have to go to a job, and by the time you get home, you're so tired, you can't even wake up the next day when the stock market opened. The market opened at 6:30 for me on my Pacific Western time. It opened at 6:30. But for me, I get up every day at 5:30 just to get the head start in the market. If I did not get in those experience or trading whatsoever, my life will be so much more tough. I personally pay for the tuition. Like, how much you think I could make? And I try to put less pressure on my parents because I know how hard they work. And I work so hard every day trying to retire them. But I know it takes time too. There's a process in life, and you need to find that sweet spot in your life too. Sometimes you can overwork yourself because you're just going to be burned out eventually. And by starting now, it helps you gain that resilience. It helps you gain that strength. In a younger age, your risk tolerance is most likely going to be higher, and your strength is going to be stronger. So that's why you got to start off when you're young too, and don't even wait. Start off when you get the chance and the opportunity. If you don't get the chance or opportunity, go look for some. How about that? Trust me, If you go put in some work starting tomorrow by simply reading like 5 pages of book or something, or watch like a couple of YouTube video, by the end of 360 days, a year later, your knowledge will be way much more. You will see everyone around you complete different. And trust me, that's how you make changes. Don't wait, start now. And mark my word, come back to this video, comment down below, let me know what you guys think. And let me know how you perform. As always, I'm here watching you guys and rooting for you guys. Thank you.